Hey, everyone. Blockchain Bernie here with my episode 366. And this is about the pNode launching. The pNodes are the provider nodes in Xandeum's scalable storage layer that Xandeum network is building for you. And, it is becoming reality, right? We have already completed the first release of the Xandeum software. It's called the Constance release. It's in our first era, which is the Deep South. It's dubbed the Deep South era. And we're already working on the next release, which is the Freiburg release. But we are launching the pNodes, the provider nodes, which gives you an opportunity to be part of this exciting endeavor from really, really early on. And I set out in my other video, the last video on this channel here, how it all works with the pNodes. I gave you a sneak peek. So if you missed that video, watch my previous video here about the pNode sneak peek. So this video especially is about the timing. So Habemus launch date. We have a launch date and it is March 25th. So that is less than 3 weeks from now. On March 25th, our pNode store will open. So here's the sneak peek of the pNode store. And I showed you that in the other video. And we're opening that on March 25th. We have 320 something email addresses that bought a VIP ticket months back. So the VIP ticket sales are closed. You can't get them anymore. If you're on that VIP list, you get a 1 week head start. So that means the pNode store will open for you as a VIP ticket owner on March 18th, and also the pNodes will be discounted for the VIP guys, but the general launch is on March 25th. So we have a total of 300 pNodes. There will be a limit. We haven't really decided yet on the limit per wallet. Most likely, I would say we will go to, even though in the last video I said it's like 10 per wallet, but then, we discussed it a little bit on our Discord. By the way, if you're not on our Discord, go to Xandeum.network. Here's the Xandeum. That's how it's spelled. You can use Xandeum.com or better even Xandeum.network. Go there, and in the top right corner, you can subscribe to our Discord, right? You'd have to be part of that in order to get more communications. Also get on our email list and follow us on X. Follow Xandeum Network on X, but also follow me personally, Bernie Bloom, aka Blockchain Bernie. I'm on X as well. Follow me there as well. So that's all about that timing. There will be the discount for the VIP guys, and the most exciting part of all of that is our eras. So I see a few guys here in the live chat. Hi, Peter. Hi, Michael. Hi, Dochi. And so with all these eras, I'll show them to you real quick here again. So we'll have these 6 eras here: the Deep South, the Main era. I pronounce it Main because it's named after the German River Main. And it's the Central era, the Coal era, which is Germany's coal mining area that it's named about, where I happen to be from, by the way. And then the North era, right? So we'll have these 6 eras here, and the Deep South era is just the starting point. So the main objective of that era is to get started, right? Then we have the South era, and that is a complete working prototype. And, our team is working right now on, and I'll show you the releases here, by the way, right? So these are all the releases, and you might not be able to read it. It might be too slow, too small on YouTube for you, but we're putting it on the website as well. it has become kind of our Bible here, right? It's a really, really nice roadmap. Our team is already working on the Freiburg release, and the Freiburg release is probably going to be completed by next week. So even before we launch the pNodes, we will already be working on the Munich release here, which is in the South era. And I find that super exciting because the whole South era is about a working prototype, right? And the base of the working prototype, which I like to call the architecture spike, that's going to be a part of the Munich release. So the Munich release is actually going to be a little bit of a bigger release, just as Munich is a little bit of a bigger city in Germany. So that might take a while, but that is super, super exciting. And, we're moving ahead here really, really fast. And the pNodes are really part of all that. And why should you get your pNodes? They're going to be 35,000 XAND, which is less than $100. And the discounted for the VIPs is 25,000 XAND. Most likely there's going to be that limit of 3 per wallet. In the end, it doesn't really matter that much. Like if we look 6 to 9 months into the future, it won't matter that much whether it's the number of pNodes. It just matters how much storage you provide. It'll matter what your performance is, and it'll matter how much other people or yourself stake to your pNode, right? There will be stake in XAND, and don't ask me about all these details because we're figuring them out as we go through our roadmap here. But all these pNodes have to be staked, so there has to be something to lose if they act maliciously or, just kind of negligently don't put the performance in there that we need or stuff like that. So there will be a stake, and this stake principle is the same as with every nodes that you find out there, right? Whether it's a Solana validator node, whether it's an Ethereum node, or whatever you're running out there, you either do proof of work, which we don't really want to do anymore. It's like a thing of the past. I mean, Bitcoin is still working on proof of work, and that's fine, of course. But we at some point proof of stake was invented, and I think it's the better choice. Better for the environment and better for so many other things like waste of resources in general. So proof of stake is the way to go, and we need stake on that. And that is, by the way, the real reason. If you're just remotely interested in running a pNode, and you don't have to be super, super technical. It is way, way easier than running a validator node. And I gave you that sneak peek also with our XAND miner software that is easy to use and everything. So the real reason you want to have that pNode is being in there early, and that's basically because of accumulating stake. And that's what I see in every other project. I definitely see it in Solana, right? There are validators out there with like 4 million SOL in stake, and they got to that because back in the day when they started, there were only like 100 validators or 200, right? It was easy for them to get a good reputation, to be active on their Discord, and spreading good vibes on the Discord, right? And obviously there's always so many different people on a Discord, and no Discord has only good vibes. But if you help moving that project forward and spread good vibes for the ones that are newcomers, then these might stake with you and do other things. And later on, it is almost impossible to catch up, right? For us and for me, my Xandeum validator that I'm running, it'll be tough to accumulate 4 million SOL in stake as some of the others have, right? And having 4 million SOL in stake on a Solana validator, that literally means 7 figures income just from running the validator. And it is 7 figures per month. It is not per year, right? So, and that's the reason. And you know, I looked into that. And before I was into Solana, I was looking at Cardano a little bit, which is now part of the U.S. crypto reserve, which is great for them. And also there, if you were there early, it's, you know, and then we had Aptos and Sui, and I know someone that was early on Aptos and earning his living there, right? And it's just because he was there early, and you know, there's no. And you know, there's no guarantees. It's not like Bernie promised that if we're early and where is our reward right now. No, that's not how it works, guys, right? It is like, be there early, and if God wishes, you can accumulate a lot of stake, you can accumulate a lot of know-how, you will learn earlier about developments that are coming up, and you know, if it's God's will, you will become rich through that, right? There's nobody that guarantees that. There's nobody that I can do, and it's not like I will make you rich, or Xandeum Network makes you rich, or your pNode makes you rich. It's only you, right? But you'll just have so much more opportunity to be in a pole position. And that's what I saw when I looked into Cardano back in the day. That's what I'm seeing right now. On Solana, that's what I'm seeing everywhere in life, right? So that's just my honest take on it, and that's not financial advice. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't know your personal situation, frankly. So even if I were, I can't give you financial advice in a video like this. So, but that is the real reason. It's not like, oh, I'm paying 35 or 25,000 ZAND, and then per month I get like this and that many, and is it profitable? And you know, it is an investment, and you know, of course you need to believe in this project, right? And see where it's going. And you know, I've made so many videos about this, and there's so much to read on our website and on X, and you need to be on X and follow us there, because there's so much, so many things going on there. And yeah, that's to me the real reason. So if you see yourself being an early adopter, being a pioneer, and wanting to be part of a crypto project, that could be game changing. And I honestly feel, and that's why I'm doing this, it will be game changing, because it's adding that storage layer, that missing storage layer in the world computer metaphor to the blockchain, and in our case to Solana as the fastest blockchain that's out there, right? It is game changing. And if you want to be part of that early, then that should be the reason. Signing up for a pNode, paying that protective fee in the form of ZAND, and this is all, you know, small change, right? It's not a fundraising scheme for us. That's all of our fundraising is completely different. It is not completed, of course. Over the course of our lifetime, we will need to raise so much more money just in order to finance everything. But right now is building time. There's also fundraising time, but that's different. It's mostly in like private offers at this point in time, but the pNodes are not. It's like a protective fee that we want people there that are serious about it, right? And that see the potential, and yeah, want to be part of it early on. The VIPs have a 1 week head start. There is only 300 pNodes in the Deep South era that are available. So we will see, right? Maybe the 300 will be gone from VIPs only, but you know, the South era is just around the corner. I showed you that right here. So South era is the Munich release, and and it's just around the corner. So yeah, if you can't get your pNodes in the Deep South era, there will be the South era, where which will be open for everybody, and also the Deep South will be open for everybody starting from March 25th, right? So, and should they be sold out? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know if they might sell out before we make the March 25th launch. There will be quite a marketing initiative for the March 25th launch. So we might, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, right? We yeah. So, but, you know, if you're a VIP, you have that head start. And thanks again for all the engagement on Discord that I've seen recently. I see there's a lot of questions, especially from our old guys, right? That might have bought the VIP ticket back in the day. They might have bought a validator node in the previous incarnation of Xandeum, which is now called Xandeum Classic. So we're going to do an AMA. Ask me anything. It's gonna take place on X as an X Spaces, and I'll let you know about the date soon for that AMA. It's likely going to be early next week somehow. All right, so then we can answer all these questions, especially for the existing guys, you know, that have bought that V node on the previous incarnation, that have bought the VIP ticket and all these things, so we can sort these things out. And again, I'm so glad about all that engagement on our Discord, on our X, and everywhere. So I love that. Speaking of engagement, all that engagement is giving you points under points.xandeum.network. So all I'm asking you is smash that like button. Let everyone know about the channel, Blockchain Bernie. Let everyone know about the Xandeum network. And we're actually gaining a lot of traction on social media recently. And, you know, everything like following Xandeum network, following Blockchain Bernie on X, it's all giving you points and leaving me a comment here. And I have one ask, guys. You know, there will be points for each and every comment, and I'm happy even if you write like, hey, great video or something. But hey, I have an ask for you. If you can just think of a little bit. Someone recently wrote just like, tell me more on X, right? And that was great. I mean, it gave me an opportunity to respond and say a little bit more, right? If you comment there on X, please figure out a little bit, you know, and try to engage me, right? Ask me another question, or just say, tell me more, or, you know, just show that you're interested, that you've listened to what I've said, right? You know, we don't really, and all the community, they don't like people that just write, hey, cool, in order to get something for free, right? We still love it. We still love it because it still helps us with our stats on social media. But man, if you can do just a little bit, right? Just a little bit engaging, show that you've listened to what I've said, right? Show that you're interested, and show that you still have questions that you want to get resolved, right? If you can do that down in the comments, that's fantastic. And in return, I will mention you in one of my next videos, right? So I will pick the best comments that we had. And I could have done it in this video, right? That was an idea that just came to me while I'm live streaming. But starting from the next video, you know, I will showcase these people here with their name that they used on YouTube, of course, right? I won't spread any real names here. But yeah, I'll show you off here with some of the main comments. and also answer some of the contents. I've already done a video where I'm answering a lot of these comments that came up recently, and I think that was something that you guys wanted, so let's do it in some of the next videos again. But for today, you know everything about the timeline of the pNode launch as promised. You mark March 25th as the big day in your calendar. The VIPs even have 1 week a head start. So yeah, I hope this was informative for you. I guess there's still a lot of questions. Write me these questions right here in the comments. We will have that AMA, Ask Me Anything, on X Spaces at some point early next week. Maybe in the weekend, we'll check our calendars and we'll let you know on all these channels, and we can figure that out then. But leave me the question right here so I can prep. All right. So yeah, glad to see so many guys here on the live chat. Ehindero has joined also, Moon Lady, Peter again, and Jith. So good to see you all here, and yeah, looking forward to that friggin' pNode launch. It's gonna be a big step. And, you know, shipping this software, that's the bigger step. That's what we're focusing on. And, you know, after having our Bible here, our roadmap, right? We're really on track to build these things one after the other. And it's going to be super exciting. And we will have, you know, an early limited launch on mainnet, right? Like, in the mine era, starting with the Frankfurt release, we will have, is it really starting with the Frankfurt release? Yeah, it's the mine era is starting with the Frankfurt release, and we will be, you know, getting our toes wet on mainnet with the demo apps that we're developing, which could be that guessing game that's mentioned in the green paper. It could be the Wikipedia, the alternative Wikipedia that we're building, and you should be able to see that on mainnet around the middle of the year, right? And that means, and that is super exciting, we will see real fees flowing, right? So these apps, be it our demo apps or being some real apps already, where some entrepreneurs, and I've heard some within our community that have some ideas and want to build something, but if it's not there by mid-year, at least our demo apps are there, right? And in order to get the X transactions through, the X transactions are the Xandeum enabled transactions, the storage-enabled transactions, the ones that are not possible on vanilla Solana. You need Xandeum in order to access that storage layer. And these fees need to be paid in Sol, right? So we will see the first real Sol flowing in to the Xandeum network around the middle of the year. I find that super exciting. I find it exciting. We have that full roadmap there, hurtling through there, and that's our focus. By the way, Mountain DAO was great. We've been there in February for almost all of the time. It was packed this year. Made a lot of nice contacts. And yeah, now we're back and developing, launching the pNodes, growing the pNode community, involving everyone on the way. And yeah, that's where we are. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Catch you later, and peace.